Hi everyone, this is Isometric, and today I'm going to go over 5 things that I hope Rockstar adds to the GTA Remastered Trilogy. The GTA Remastered Trilogy is 1 week away as of the making of this video. At this point, we've seen the announcement trailer, and we have an idea of some of the enhancements that they've added. They will be adding an improved controller layout and enhanced visuals, but there are some other gameplay related elements that I hope that they tweak. The first one is the reduced vehicle damage. Specifically for the cars that the player is currently driving, as it stands, a couple of hits to your car or a couple of bullets is enough to set your car on fire and have it explode. This is particularly bad in GTA 3 and Vice City. It can make for some frustrating car chases, especially when you have to chase an enemy down, and there are a lot of missions where you have to chase someone down in Vice City and GTA 3. I'm hoping that they tone down also some of the vehicle physics. Right now, it's very easy to just flip out your car or just spin out. Even if you drive over the sidewalk in a weird way or run into a lamppost, you could just spin out very easily. So experienced players might be used to this, but it's going to be very daunting to new players. They can keep the same values for the NPC cars, so the cars that like in the traffic or in the road, but tweaking the damage for the player can go a long way. The second improvement is to reduce the aggressiveness of the cops. I know a lot of players are going to disagree with me on this one. Many people play Grand Theft Auto for those aggressive cops, but in the PS2 trilogy, the cops are way too aggressive. A 2-star level is enough to get cops charging you from multiple directions, and combine this with the sensitive physics, it can be pretty challenging to shake them. It can also easily escalate to a 3-star wanted level where the cops will be very troublesome. To make things worse, you can get a wanted level during a mission, but it won't go away when the mission is over, so you have to deal with the cops right when the mission is over and you just want to save your game. Players who know the map and know the police behavior well can handle this, and it's pretty rewarding when you learn how to dodge and lose cops, but the learning curve is simply too steep as it is right now. They can leave the wanted level as it is for 3 stars and beyond, but I think the 1 and 2 star levels need some adjusting. So next up we have navigation. So they said that they're going to allow users to add their own waypoints on the map, and it's safe to assume that they will have GPS navigation on the minimap. But what I'm hoping for is on-screen navigation similar to Watch Dogs or Just Cause, where they would have an arrow on the ground to guide you. It can be tough to look for the next turn on the minimap while serving through traffic, and ramming into a cop while trying to figure out where to go was a common occurrence for me. I doubt Rockstar is going to do this, as they probably feel it's going to break the immersion. Mafia handled this the best with its road sign system. It allowed players to focus on the road without sacrificing the immersion. This should be the new standard for open world games, but it might not fit the trilogy. Hopefully GTA 6 would have a similar system going forward. So the second one is recovery from water. A lot of people are asking for the ability to swim in GTA 3 and Vice City, but I don't think that that's the correct choice. I think that's going to harm some of the game design. The original games weren't really designed around having a swimming mechanic between the islands. So if they could just respawn you to the nearest dock, if you fall in water, that would make things a lot less frustrating. It's going to be a lot less stressful to jump in and out of a boat and get onto a dock if you know that if you just fall in, it's just going to respawn you at the nearest dock. So I think that that would help improve things a lot. Okay, so my number one feature that I would like to see in all of the Grand Theft Auto games is the ability to permanently save your car in your garage. As it stands, if you take your car out of the garage and have it blown up or lose it during a mission, there's no way to recover it in your garage. I know that in San Andreas, there's a way to get your car back from the police station in the impound lot, but it's not convenient. It's pretty challenging to get it to and from your garage in one piece, and it's really just not a completely properly designed system. They need a system where it'll just respawn your car in your garage. It may seem like a small feature, but for many people who play Grand Theft Auto, they are also fans of racing games as well. There's a big crossover fan base, and basically people really like to collect cars, and in San Andreas especially, they like to customize cars. You could customize your character, but you could also customize your car and make it yours. And if you're able to keep it in your garage and be able to just respawn it and make sure you could recover it, that would add a lot to the game. They have never added this to Grand Theft Auto 5, even though they've had a lot of opportunities to do so. They've added it to Grand Theft Auto Online, but the fact that they've never added it to 5 makes me think that they really just don't care about this feature. So hopefully we get this at some point. If they don't have it at launch, hopefully it's something that they patch it in. So these are 5 improvements I'd like to see added to the GTA Remastered trilogy. There are a couple of other things I'd like to see, like improved drive-by shooting for Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City. They only stated that they're going to add that for San Andreas. As for the style itself, I like the direction that they went in. I think Rockstar was initially going for a realistic, gritty feel when they first made the games, but now by today's standards, the games look a bit cartoonish, so it's good that they're leaning into that instead of changing the art style too dramatically. Overall, I'm pretty excited for the game, and I'm hoping that it could be a really good way to bring these Grand Theft Auto games to the newer generations of gamers and to the newer consoles as well, so that we can enjoy it. This is Isometric, and thank you for listening.